William S. Burroughs, one of the great beatnik writers. Apparently he was. Jack Kerouac. I don't care about any of those people, but I'm a beatnik myself. I've been thinking about writing short stories about this character named the Wolfman.
Okay.
And the Wolfman, he's sort of this all-knowing, like he transcends time. He wears like a leather jacket, and his name's just the Wolfman. Not based on Wolfman Jack, who I also respect. You know Wolfman Jack?
I think so. Sounds
Looks kind of like Mike David from Red Bar.
Okay.
No, like not really. But anyway, we can start the show. Okay, so Wolfman Jack. But he's just supposed to be this kind of cool guy who goes along with life, a beatnik.
Yeah, there's a difference between helping your uncle Wolfman Jack off a horse and helping him.
I forgot about that. That's an old school.
Yeah.
That was the original, like, Ligma or whatever, Jack.
Yeah.
You can help your uncle jack off, but you can't help your...
You can't jack off your uncle's horse. Something like that. I remember someone did say that to me once, and I think I was just too young and stupid to know what he was talking about. I'm like, okay. My reaction to that information was, okay. And he's like, no, like jack off. Do you know what jack off is? And I'm like, I'm in 3rd grade, so no.
Man, I wish I always talk about weird stats or weird information I knew. I wish I knew the order of like all of the beat off slang that I learned. You know, did I learn masturbate first? Yeah. 'Cause that made it sound technical. That made it sound like an art form.
Yeah. I'd always mix up like masturbate and menstruate. I'd be like, I think they were the same thing. I'm like, oh, so girls have to do it once a month.
And you're like, and that's why blood comes out of my balls all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a great show today, everybody.
Yeah. Oh, we've got a theme song too. Let's play some effing theme song.
Steve and Steve, they have a right to call Timcast, Transcast,
Mr. Steven.
I have a gift for you.
Wait a minute. Stop everything.
Let's watch
some Stevie.
Steven, they're fans of mine, but I'm even bigger fans of theirs.
Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome to Steven Presents Goontopia. Now we've got a Goon Cave live from New York. It's the Goon Cave.
Goon Cave. Okay, I'm Steven.
Yes, and Steven is Steven and I'm Steve.
Host of Goontopia, co-host with my friend Steve. I didn't know your names. I didn't know your names were Willie, not Steve. Fucking idiot.
You guys will know you'll know what we mean by that.
By the way, John will never listen to our podcast, so we could easily make fun of him on here.
Should we go over it?
No.
This is a deep tease.
No, we'll talk about it after we're on his pod.
Okay.
Because then all his traffic will be here and they won't be listening to this.
That's true. Well, I almost was wondering, should we do the real details now, or should we do the real details afterwards?
No, I feel
later. I feel like his following has to, they still giggle.
They're not going to come back 4 episodes though and find this.
Yeah.
So let's give it to them.
Okay, give it to the real, the real new fans who come on.
Yeah, because this might only get like 30 views. I mean, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I mean, we did lie to John and tell him that we had like 30,000 views on all of our videos.
Well, that's 50,000 total, and that is the truth. So,
okay, so big news.
Yeah,
I just figured you're gonna hit a button. I don't know.
Oh no, I don't have the sounds from this SD card.
They've now moved. Am I still up? Are you fucking with my audio?
Yeah, I am, but I think you started out really loud, so then I turned you down a little bit, then you got quiet, so now it's a little.
All right,
you gotta figure out where you're talking.
So they've made the Adam Friedland show in China. Did you see this?
Yeah,
they've created, the Chinese government started pushing it because they saw Nick and Adam bitching about Israel in the last episode.
Yeah.
So now there's a Chinese dub. Do you have that?
Do I have that ready to pull up?
Well, I'm sorry. We'll cut. We'll cut the next minute.
Okay, no, I do not have that ready to go.
Let me see if I can find it fast. No, you sent it on messages though.
Okay, yeah.
My bad. My B. Ooh, I gooned myself to death. Just to see if
here it
I
is.
Still feel.
Okay, let me get the screen card.
And I'm gooning myself to death.
I have to do it like this.
I remember every edge.
I will make you
come.
Yeah.
What
yeah, baby.
have I just come to? Hey, this is Adam Friedland.
你们说什么，男孩们？
太
荒谬了！我的朋友尼克，这个家伙在这里，他不知道他是谁，他对任何事情都一无所知，他从来没有听过一首歌，所以这个人什么都没有。
你的干净了，伙计。
没关系，我们爱他，就因为他是他自己。 我们的另一个朋友，这个英国人某个家伙，他给他发了私信，但他没
This
有
is
回
very
复他。
cool.
Yeah.
然后尼克
yeah.
说那是谁
For those of you who aren't watching the
斯基
screen,
摩人辣妹。
sure, you got to trust us on this
那
one.
是最多的想
If you can hear that, that's Chinese Adam Friedland. So what? This is what we just talked
得到
about
爱斯基摩人的？
recently. I think this has to be that software
Yeah.
that our friend Lingua Marina, I love that's just somebody we drop now, just
Mm-hmm.
that random Russian bitch. But Lingua Marina, when she had her
She sounds like an Austin Powers character, like that has like a sexual innuendo to her name.
Lingua Marina, baby. Damn it,
But
dude.
I am a cunning linguist.
I think you just opened with that last time the
Yeah,
episode.
yeah.
So- okay.
Sorry. But yeah, it's this software. Now anybody can be Chinese.
But did you really think it was dubbed?
Yeah.
But it's like Adam's voice and Jadakiss' voice.
Yeah, I think
so it
the
has
first-
to be software.
No, you're right. You're right. The first few seconds I did kind of think that only because Mr. Beast, he has like his shows in like a bunch of different languages and they hire like a cast member. So like a lot of the people who do the dubs for like Marvel movies, I guess, will dub Mr. Beast's videos in different languages too. So I was wondering if that was the same thing that was going on, which is kind of retarded to think. But
Wait, say that again? Well, not all of it, but Mr. Beast is friends with a dubber
well, Mr. Beast has numerous, dubbers. He has like teams
for his
of dubbers.
stuff.
For his videos. So he has like Portuguese, Spanish, German Mr. Beast, and same for each cast member. So there's like a trans one, like for Chris, probably as well. So for all the languages that their shows and videos are provided in, they dub them.
Whoa.
So that's what I thought this might have been at first, but I was clearly a fool.
No, this was, but I think this is cool. Could you imagine what language would we go for? Maybe we would go for like Liechtenstein. What do they speak there? German?
I would think so, yeah.
So maybe in Liechtensteinese,
Yeah.
we become like the biggest show because we
Yeah.
just do the dub.
No, that's actually not a bad idea. We could change our location to Liechtenstein, and which is, I always call it a city. It's not a city. It's a country, but whenever I'm doing this Terra map, it's a circle.
Don't
and
even get into maps with me.
What do you know about the Middle East? What
Well,
do you know?
No, well, I was just going to say Europe. European maps, something we both know very well.
Yeah,
we
we're
know
masters.
it completely.
Yeah,
And so what? You did it about 50 times before you got a minute 4 seconds?
maybe like 10.
Yeah, but you had told me the day
Yeah,
before
no, I
that you
lied.
learned.
Yeah. I was lying.
He had to relearn the map. I'm saying on my 10th try, I got a minute 9 seconds
Yeah,
going through. So now I know Asia a little bit more. Still don't know Africa.
yeah.
But
I couldn't even get
Asia.
I couldn't even get like North and South America. I tried for like 10 minutes and I was like, this sucks. I hate this.
Yeah.
There's significantly fewer on that one though. But then I saw someone posted a clip of Destiny, the political streamer.
Yeah.
He did the U.S. states and it took him like 4 minutes and he got like a 60%. And I was like, you know, the East Coast, I can't do very well. So I did it twice, but I was in the 90s, 90 percentile in around the 2 minute range. So I felt less retarded. The fact that a political streamer can't guess all 50 states.
Yeah, I feel like I could get all of them, but the only one I might fuck up is Vermont and New Hampshire. Vermont's is the west of New Hampshire.
Vermont's the one that shaped
Looks
like
more
a
like
v.
a V. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
See.
So
Yep. Just remember, what's Croatia shaped like a C?
yeah. Okay. Bulgaria has a big C, so I just say that's the bulge area. I don't know. For some reason, when I think that, I know exactly where it's at.
Yeah.
Moldova, I pretend like it's part of Russia that got mold all the way over here. So again, these are not helpful tips at all. They're only tips that like I fully understand, except for the Croatia being shaped like a C. And North Macedonia. This is probably my favorite one to remember. So for those of you, if you don't know the European map, sorry, you dummies. But North Macedonia, whenever I was figuring it out for the first time, I was like, north of what? Only one small country? Because it's like north of nothing, basically.
Well, it's north of Greece, which is why it's so
Greece.
obvious that it's Macedonia.
Yeah. So I don't remember what I was saying. I go North Macedonia, north of what? Just Greece? And yeah, that's how I know.
Yeah. What else? What's the two? What are Bosnia and Herzegovina or whatever?
Yeah.
That one's a little bit bigger than whatever it's right above. See, I forgot what that one is.
Yeah, and then Slovenia.
Oh, Montenegro's right below it.
That one, yeah, and that's one of the balls because that country and Kosovo are two testicles, and then Albania is the penis.
Yeah, I remember Albania because it's tall. I think.
Maybe here I'm just gonna pull up. We gotta just do a let's play. I can.
No, we're not playing it.
Well, I want to
because you're trying to flex your Okay, actually, yeah, do it under pressure.
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
Well, I'm going to go a lot slower for the audience at home, just so you know.
Okay. Damn. Did we have anything prepped today?
This is the worst
All right,
episode.
Poland's right there, and you're way too slow getting that.
Italy,
Shaped
you
like
know
a
where
boot.
Italy...
Wait, hold on. We should do how we remember it. Italy's shaped like a boot.
Of course, of course.
And Italians like boots.
Andorra is the one that's not, what's this, the other one that I'll remember when I see it? Iceland.
You have to scroll up for Iceland. That's how I remember that.
All by itself. Greece down here.
Yeah.
The Netherlands is up above Belgium. Portugal, the lonesome
Spain
man.
add-on.
Yes, the DLC, and then ELA, and then LE, I think, or LI, Lithuania. That's how I remember those three. Monaco, that's the... Is it... Where the...
There you go. You're on it. But you second guess yourself. Romania, great country.
This one. Switzerland is here. Belgium is right here, tucked next to France. Monta, I don't want to say it. That's one of the testicles. That's the penis I was talking about. North Macedonia again. Yeah, north of what? Only Greece? And that answer is yes. Austria.
This is one I usually fucked up because I always thought it was between Germany and Poland where Czech Republic is.
Oh, God. See, these ones I do mess up a little bit. I will say these ones are the three
and
I
that's
struggle.
Slovakia. Well,
Croatia here.
Shaped like a C.
UK is over here. Luxembourg is the tiny country. Slovenia,
where Zizek is from,
next to the sea. Slovenia.
And you'd always think Slovenia would be way more east, so it always took me a while to remember that one.
Serbia stands out. And then, that one I never even have bothered to learn how to read.
Vatican City. Oh, you messed. Did you mess up? You messed up. Literally, I haven't even done that in forever.
Damn it.
You messed up.
Finland's up there. Albania's the penis, as I said.
That's
Denmark.
where Eldest is from. Stav's friend, right north of Greece.
Here. France is. We all know where France is. Czech Republic. Check your republic, because you're sandwiched in between the other two countries. Lithuania is the southern here. Norway is, that one is smaller. Belarus is here.
Baby
Cyprus.
Russia.
Cyprus is like a little gecko from a top-down view. Hungary, don't mind if I do. And then the final testicles, Kosovo, and then the bulge area here. Yeah, here's our bulge area.
The FUPA of Europe.
Makes no sense. Spain's right there. Liechtenstein is
That's
right
where you're
there.
from.
Sweden is there. Moldova, again, used to be part of Russia till it got molded all the way over
you
here.
Should clip this.
Russia, by the way, I like to flex and say, hey, did you know this?
It's the big
This
one.
is part of Russia. That's part of Russia. Fun fact, Estonia, yes.
Oh, so you click the little part.
Yeah. Easy way to remember Estonia, Latvia, and Lithuania is it's alphabetical, folks. 1, 2, 3 for you and me.
San Marino.
See, I'll address my one mistake.
So you
here
played
later.
the map quiz
Malta's
without saying
down
how
here.
you remember most of it. But
Ukraine,
so
and
we
then
just
Ireland.
watched you play the map. 98%. I haven't seen that score that low in forever.
Well, okay, here's the thing. With the Vatican City and what's the other one? San Marino. I always think the Vatican City is more north because it's like the city of the heavens.
The Pope, but you got to think that's closer to the water. The Pope wants to be on the water, have a good view.
True. Okay, that's a good word.
I mean, San Marino is on the water, but it's on the inside of the coast.
Yeah.
The Italian coast.
So that was my...
well, that was the map quiz. Back
segment.
to Adam Friedland.
Yeah.
Dave Portnoy was on this week. That was very interesting. One of Adam's top gets. I don't think he was totally joking when he said that.
No. Dave is a very famous man. I mean, look, I think more people know about Dave Portnoy than they do about Neil deGrasse Tyson.
I thought Dave, Dave was on there. He hates bits. He hates shtick. And Adam really just kept going at it. But Dave gets it, kind of.
Yeah.
He just doesn't like it.
It's like the primal part in his brain is to argue and address the argument. So when Adam would start, diddly-diddly-doo, dancing around, he would be like, that's a joke. I've identified that as a joke.
He's
in
the
his
Ben
gay
Shapiro
little short sleeve t-shirt sweater thing. So the Ben Shapiro, he's a bit of of the Shapiro race, which Adam is too, but that's all right. We can't fault them for that.
Yeah.
So, but Dave said the anti-Semitic slur. So
I knew that'd be your takeaway.
Yeah. Do you ever watch the beginning skits? Because I always skip them.
I skipped it this time. No. I skipped it when I watched it, and then I watched it at the end. So,
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, it was just them talking about meeting with the elders of Zion. It was like Brooklyn Jews talking, sitting around. So it was whatever. But the interview was good. I like Dave, obviously. He's so stupid, but he's just so funny. So I don't know. And Cumtown was originally going to be at Barstool.
That's right.
They tried to sign him. So that's the second time Adam's mentioned that.
That I did not know until I watched that episode.
That would have been horrible. Nick would have hated that, and the show probably wouldn't have been as good. But
they couldn't even handle being like guests on Compound Media when it was just Nick and Stav, like right before they started Cumtown. Yeah, I feel like honestly though, the Adam Friedland show does have the best guests. Anytime there's a guest, I drop what I'm doing to watch it. So especially if I know who it is.
And Adam has gotten a lot better at interviewing people.
Yeah.
Like does his bits, but at the same time he sets people up for like their main things that they like to talk about.
And oh shit, I totally forgot. You know what though? One interview that we forgot to mention. Whoa, here we go.
Oh wow, I haven't seen this yet.
Let's do a little. I think something does happen.
I can be abused and say, invent 5 jokes that Bill Maher has never told, but in the style of Bill Maher.
Yeah, they've tried that.
Oh, been there, done that.
Right, Lincoln. This was a big issue in the Lincoln
GPS.
Right, jokes in the style of Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Who's gonna win? Oh, I think my only thing I had, because I only watched like 2 minutes of it. Well, I can't even say it now because I ruined what I was gonna say. I was gonna say, how early on do you think Bill's gonna start making a drink? Within the first 2 minutes.
I mean, I would have said right away.
Man himself. Do I genuflect? What do I do?
Dr. Dunn.
As soon as he sits down, he reaches for the drinks. I know how this game goes.
Professor of Personality. How are you? Look at you. Bill. I got you in my lair.
It's in your cave.
You're already...
Yeah, no, we ain't falling for that again.
No, that's for a married guy. This is a discotheque. So, well, you can't tell without the music. But, and you've already leaned on your prop. I love authors who aren't shy.
His book.
Well, we will get to this. I've been reading this. You know what?
Yeah, okay.
It's much more pop culture.
Very pop culture. Very pop culture.
So you dumbed it down for me personally?
No, I provided scenery along the way while you're learning your science.
Right.
In the public.
He couldn't make it smarter if he tried, by the way.
UFO sightings.
I know. We'll get to that. But I want to know, actually, like when you're in the coffee clutch with your other egghead.
What do we talk about?
What's the gossip out there? What's putting a tingle in your anus?
Okay. That's not where I get my tingles, but fine.
They're just so gay. I don't know. The two kings of talking over each other. They're both like having two completely separate conversations, like laughing at two completely different things. So, yeah, less than a minute in, Bill starts making up his drink. But you know what? Neil had his wine ready to go from the start. So he knew.
I like his hand hanging there.
Yeah. He knew he was about to explain some science to someone ignorant. So,
ignorant ass.
Yeah, y'all know wine is actually preposterously.
And generally not otherwise, but if I'm just chilling, as I am with you.
Excuse me.
I love how he has to like define things too. As I'm chilling, which by the way, that is currently what we are doing in my hypothesis. So, dumb. I don't know. Don't have much to say. We're going to just kill this shot there.
Grand Theft Auto 6 was announced today. Did you see that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah, and they're going to have a trailer in a few months.
I'm not going to buy that game. I'm
not either, but I don't think... Well, I don't have a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series, whatever the fuck it's called, so...
Yeah, I mean, it looks... I already know it's going to be bad. That's kind of what sucks. It's like, if something was around in the early 2000s and early 2010s, and it's either continuing or being remade... it's best to just stay away from it because they've already begun to bastardize it. Like with, there's like a Mean Girls movie, a new one.
Oh, yeah, musical.
Yeah, with Tina Fey spin on it.
And, well, she did the original, but yeah.
Oh, she did? See, I haven't even seen the first one, so.
Wow, it's... I mean, it's not a good movie, but it's definitely worth seeing. I don't know.
I would agree it's something like that. You know what?
But I feel like you're 26, 30, 36?
Yeah.
If you're 36, you've made it this far, you probably don't need to see Mean Girls.
Yeah, no, I think I mean, people have quoted it enough to where I know what they're talking about when they say whatever, Regina George.
Suck my clit or whatever. No, that was Kim Kardashian in American Horror Story, my bad.
Fuck, suck my clit. Sound like Ben Shapiro.
Suck my clit, bitch. Can we say clit on YouTube? It's just part of a body.
I think so.
Shrek 5 was also announced.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
2025 Shrek 5.
Yeah. Drink and drive, watching Shrek 5.
I remember my uncle whenever the original Shrek came out, I didn't see it for like, I don't even think I saw the original Shrek in theaters. I probably didn't see it until it was like out on DVD.
I know on VHS.
But he saw it in theaters, and he like made his wife like go multiple times, and like he would just like quote it, and he was like making his friends upset at him. He was just only speaking in Shrek quotes. He thought it was like the funniest movie ever.
That's insane.
But there's not other stuff like that for him. It's not like he just gets swept away by some stupid animated film every other year.
Yeah.
It's just like that one movie that
just struck a chord. Is he Irish or Scottish? Is that what did it for him? Does he know there's a whole country for him?
I don't know. I think it was kind of groundbreaking. It is like the funniest
movie ever.
It's the funniest movie ever when I think about it.
Yeah.
It's got to be one of the best animated movies. What animated cartoon comedy would you put above that? Because like Toy Story spends enough time sucking its own dick. Oh, this is a family movie or whatever. Shrek, in the morning I'm making waffles.
Yeah,
remember that line, Donkey?
Oh, yeah. And then like the donkey even fucking the dragon too. You know, in the third movie they briefly address, you know, Donkey and the dragon are married and have kids. So everyone has to wonder like, oh, he
Shrek 5.
I fuck that ass.
Well, Shrek 5, we find out it's a surrogate.
Oh, okay.
Can't put donkey sperm on a dragon.
I guess, yeah, no, I think you're right. Shrek is one of the most unique animated movies where it is very funny.
A dragon's pussy is probably huge. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, Donkey could climb into it. There's no way that he doesn't just go all in.
Yeah, actually, Eddie Murphy in Shrek 5 is going to do a stand-up bit where he does an act out of how he has sex with his dragon wife. Yo, my lady be a dragon. I got to climb in the pussy.
And I gotta climb out.
Y'all know I gotta do the 1-2 pump.
By the way, speaking of comedy bits, we should show those kids of comedy or whatever.
Oh, from Instagram?
Yeah.
Oh, the one that was actually funny or the fake funny one with the homos?
It was the one with the kids. And it's like the original princes of comedy.
Okay.
I don't even know if that's like an old viral video or for whatever account.
How do we get this stupid thing to lose? Why don't websites work for fucking videos? It's so infuriating. Do you want to have the first 10 seconds muted?
You try to act like they're all that? It's like, girl, sit your big ass down and put on a movie.
It's the original Princes of Comedy. They might be small, but they got big attitudes. Featuring Ben Smoke Dog Marshall.
Oh, Smoke Dog, you don't take me nowhere. Yeah, bitch, I got a piano recital. If God wanted me to eat that, he would have put it in a Lunchable. Fellas, am I wrong? Fellas, am I wrong?
J.D. Higgins.
You know when you can't get your straw in the front of a Capri Sun, so you gotta like hit it from the back? No, you know what I mean. Hit it from the back.
Hell yeah. And Big Mark.
Hold up. Y'all together?
Adam Friedland.
Oh, y'all know he ain't hitting that right. Dork ass. What do I do with all this ass?
Dork ass.
Which, by the way, that just...
Man, you know when substitutes try to act like they're all that?
That just shows you how easy crowd work is.
I know.
But you really could just... All you have to do is target someone. I mean, think about it. Stav is best in the business, and he's like fat, gross, and definitely doesn't have sex all the time like he pretends.
Well, like the left and right hemisphere of his brain literally works for like sex and food. Those are the two things he can only talk about.
Yeah, he rationalizes food. And sex is an emotional thing for him.
So, this is so much better though than that one other thing with the Instagram comedians where they're like, I can make the best Legos better than anybody.
No, those kids suck. These are the real comedians.
These are the real princes of comedy. Get back to Big Mart. Just y'all know what he's about to say. Oh my god.
What do I do with all this ass?
Oh heavens, what do I do with all this ass?
Damn, my friend has been sending me stand-up jokes that he's writing, and they're so bad.
What?
Yeah.
Who?
My friend Chauncey.
He wants to do like stand-up?
No, he's like, I've been bored during training, so I've just been writing this. And it's literally jokes like Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift and Pfizer, and the people didn't know, but people on both sides were confused. It's like Weekend Update type shit.
Oh, okay. Do you have any? Can you read me some?
Yeah,
I've got to hear these.
All right. Hopefully he never hears these. It's the original faggots of comedy. Starring Chauncey. Sorry, dude. I mean, I love the ones where it just says mortgage rates finally starting to move down.
Would it be helpful if I read them then?
No, you won't be able to make sense of it. He doesn't use punctuation at all. It's the craziest thing ever. Only him and my grandma text that way. Like no punctuation. Johnson & Johnson has gone bankrupt for the third time. The company in the restructuring agreement will make baby powder less cancerous and find a baby substitute.
I don't even understand what that was.
I don't either. Johnson & Johnson has filed bankruptcy for the third time. This comes just a few years after creating a COVID vaccine that required no booster. Acknowledging this, the company has followed in the footsteps of Pfizer and hired a celebrity spokesperson, Eminem. The company made this move to lean into the restructure using the slogan, "One shot, one opportunity."
I was going to say, I'm not afraid.
It's like
I'm
literally,
not afraid.
I can't even read anymore. It's all Reddit humor. It's like Reddit humor mixed with the Weekend Update. Like
that was awful. That was like a 10-page joke.
He's not funny. He's a genius. Mm-hmm. He works for the fucking government, or he did. He got fired for fucking leaking stuff, but whatever.
So maybe he's not so much of a genius.
Got fired for leaking nuclear secrets. He had to leave. Well, what am I supposed to do?
Can you respond to that text and say, actually change the Pfizer, the M&M thing to say, I'm not afraid to get my vax, to get my
jab.
Vax. Yeah. Everybody come get the jab.
Come get the jab.
Plus a booster shot. You got to have a, version of the parody where you have to shoehorn in your word. Yeah, baby.
Boxy died. No, not really. But what do you think about Boxy? We just cover old internet stuff on here. I don't know what else to do.
Yeah, people love this stuff. This is a booming business. This is the oil
We talk about Chris Chan. We talk about Boxy. We talk about Numa Numa.
I met Boxy at VidCon. I used to go to VidCon. My dad would take me. I went to VidCon, I think 3, 4, and 5. And I think I quit going because of the Viners. They took over, and it was just too ridiculous, too rambunctious. So, but she's one of the people that I sought out and met, and she obviously, at anytime they're at a convention, they're always really nice. So
yeah,
the only person.
Well, what did you think about her before? Did you want to fuck Boxy?
She actually looked way different from her video, the Boxy video.
So, I followed Boxy for a long time.
I didn't ever think, I thought she was kind of cute, but I wasn't like oogling and ogling over her.
Whatever.
So I didn't have those googly eyes, like those child books, with the big googly eyes where you flip through them.
I'm looking up her real name.
Okay. I think it's Caitlin Wayne, but who's counting?
Yeah, but who's you can jack off your uncle, but you can't jack off to Boxy. Boxy real name, Catherine Wayne.
Look at
That's
that.
what I guessed. Yeah, no. Never mind. I forgot. Never mind.
So she's not dead.
She's not dead. Oh, fuck, dude.
I do have something. This is something I had before the episode started.
Whoa.
Unrelated to old YouTubers talking, but it is an old YouTuber. It is Boogie2988. He's a fat YouTuber. You may remember him whenever we were watching the Frank Hassel videos. Frank went over to Boogie's house and Boogie shot that gun. Boogie actually got arrested for firing a firearm within a certain distance of a school grounds or something. So yeah, it's on his permanent record. Some guy though came out of nowhere. He made this documentary on Boogie and lived near him for 3 months and made this really good documentary about him. And it's really funny because it's literally just a fat retard taking L's every single day. So there's just one part of the documentary that I thought was way too funny. I had to share it. So they go over his numbers because despite him having 4 million subscribers, he makes no money because he doesn't have any views. So they go to a headhunter to try to get him a job. So he's doing a job interview for the headhunter so she could try to find a career for him. So here's a clip of that. It's hilarious.
Are you currently doing any YouTube stuff? Is that still something you're doing?
I do mostly commentary. I mostly do commentary videos now. I am disabled, recognized by the state of Arkansas, but also the United States government. There's that. Now, the downside of that is I am extremely depressed. So there's some mental health issues that we bring to the table.
She's
and then
she knows he's retarded.
I am morbidly obese. I have no references, no work history, and no education. And when you Google my name, you might see rumors that I beat my ex-wife and I'm also a pedophile, but that could be an issue. for employers that would research me. So if we can find someone who won't Google me, that would be good.
Well, that's difficult. I mean, I can't submit your resume.
So yeah, that's like the highlight of it. I might be a pedophile. You might see things about me being a pedophile.
And he didn't even mention the Frank Castle thing.
No, he didn't.
Wow.
They do bring up his criminal record. I don't know if it was in this one or a different part of the documentary, but there's literally a part. So there's like a gap in time, and it's like, okay, we gave him 3 months. Now he has a girlfriend, and there was footage of him going to like a comedy night, and like Arkansas open micers were shitting on him. That's like how pathetic he is. They were like, what were they saying? They're like, you got 4 million subscribers and you're poor. Damn, you suck. So,
Boogie.
Yeah, Boogie2988.
I didn't ever watch his stuff. I don't really know who he is.
He had
other than the Frank Castle thing when you showed me it.
His biggest things, I'll show you Francis. This was his fake nerd character. Let's see.
Oh, so he's lost weight.
Or
maybe he just looks older.
No. He had that surgery.
Oh, like liposuction or something?
Yeah. This was his best bit that he ever had.
You know I'm raiding. I'm not going to be able to talk to you guys.
So did people like him because he was like stupid like Chris Chan, or did he actually people like think he was funny?
I think what happened is like, so these videos first came out of him, playing this character Francis. So like, oh my gosh, it's so funny. Then he's like, oh, I'm actually a character. And then he did like commentary videos and like would give advice to like kids who would message him and stuff. He'd make videos like that. And then people just kind of realized that he's like a freak and he's retarded. And he openly talked about, so despite him being in all this debt and he like can't pay his mortgage on his house, he reveals in this documentary that he had spent like over $200,000 on like prostitutes in the span of like 4 years. Literally could have paid his own house off. And I think the biggest thing that even Frank revealed, although people don't want to swallow the pill, they always want to say Frank went too far. But is that Boogie is just a big fat retard and he's stupid, just like Chris Chan. And so it just took people so long to realize it. So there was a time when everyone liked him, liked Boogie2988 when he wasn't being Francis, and then a time when they kind of stopped liking him. So now they're at like a moot point where they think he's okay or they feel bad for him because he has only made poor decisions throughout his life. So it's like stupid ass sympathy. He also boxed. He did a boxing fight like a year ago and he like got his ass kicked immediately. But he boxed another fat guy.
Maybe Sam should have him on Fish Tank season 2 as the resident fat guy.
I know, until
Frank show up.
yeah. So
and then maybe they whip him into shape.
Well, that was something I DM'd you. John randomly tweeted earlier today. He was like, at Boogie2988, reach out to me, I'll help you work out. And then Betty responded and said, you don't want to interact with this guy, he's nothing but trouble. So they got in a little fight, and then John responded to Betty saying, call me. So we'll see.
Taking care of business, John, always doing his business deals, not just a guy on a party bus.
So
not a guy whose only job is a party bus.
No, he's a businessman.
Yep.
Here we go. Oh, doing blackface here. What's he saying?
I want my goddamn Mountain Dew!
I can't believe people
fat
thought that
people.
was real. I do too.
Ugh. Other internet stuff. Remember Bobby, the pain-eating grandpa?
The grandma who died? Or was it a grandpa?
It was a grandpa. Kind of looked like a woman.
Yeah. I was like, why does that woman have facial hair? Yeah, she did actually die.
Not from the paint, though.
No.
Presumably, I think they lived 90 years. So Bobby died peacefully. That was an internet thing.
Yeah. That was a classic tweet.
The Spyro skeleton dance.
Okay, that I didn't know.
Do you like that, the gritty? I think you got to look up the reignited one. Because the old one, it didn't do the gritty. Oh, you could do the dance comparison.
Okay, here we go.
So we're always talking Spyro and Crash Bandicoot on this show. Can't help myself. Oof.
Come on, load, dumbass. We like to do a little bit of a blue-collar humor there. Hey, jackass, come on, load.
Bro, I'm tired of this Nate. Speaking of blue collar, not blue collar, blue Nate Bargatze or however the fuck you say his name. You know this guy?
No.
He was on PMT. He hosted SNL a few weeks ago. He does clean comedy.
Joe Pera?
No.
Oh.
Just a totally different name than I said, but I do know Joe Pera.
Okay. Well, trying to watch this guy gritty real quick.
That would be cool if in the old game He did the gritty.
Yeah, just
he
out of
invented it.
coincidence.
There you go. Remastered.
Oh, he's flossing.
That's not the gritty. It's
the floss. He better be gritted.
So that was something that you saw in the last week. A childhood memory for me, a new discovery for you.
Yeah. Sorry, who is this guy on Barstool, the clean comedy guy? What's his name?
Nate Bargatze.
All right, let me pull up a picture to see.
He does clean comedy, and you have to hear about it in every interview. Like,
Great.
oh, you choose to do it. He goes, my mind just doesn't go there. Oh, his monologue is his stand-up.
Okay,
so
okay. Let's.
This is a pitch for him because he didn't do a regular monologue. He actually did stand-up. He tries to do a little bit of the Theo Southern charm thing. Simpleton. On PMT, he said, he was like, it's crazy that there are people alive now that are going to be alive in the 3000s. He said that, like, not as a joke. And then they were like,
Dude, even when the Barstool people are like, are you retarded? That's the final sign. Good gosh.
People are born in the 3000s. They're going to live to be 1,000 years old.
I mean, I guess there is something to be said. There's only like 2 other clean comedians who are good, considered good. Jerry Seinfeld and Brian Regan, I guess. So, you know, if he made it up to SNL doing his thing.
I like in your mind, Brian Regan, somebody who's like good. It's just because he was somebody in your childhood that you watched.
Yeah. Well, I feel like everyone should know about him, though.
He's that clean. I didn't watch much of him, honestly.
He's a clean guy. And I listened to a few of his stand-up specials like a few years ago. What was I going to say? Something about...
They're clean. There's something to say about it being clean.
Dirty. No, I don't remember. It was... Oh, Louis C.K., I think, had the best SNL monologue. Because he went up and kind of... he made a joke about pedophilia, saying that, you know, if everyone thinks like pedophiles should be killed, then like if you're a pedophile, it must be really awesome to have sex with kids. The feeling must be so great.
Mm-hmm.
People got mad at him for that. But then he jerked off. So, folks, hey-oh.
It's November, and because it's November, we're not saying a certain word.
Yeah.
Because we don't want to make a bunch of Novembers mad. Nope. So we're doing a little count. We'll do that. We'll do a little count every week through the month. I'm at 2. I've said 2 this month.
And I'm actually at 0. Very truly. I lied about my Cetera results, how many attempts I went through before I got my score. I will say that, but I have not lied about my 0 in sum.
What could you gain from lying? You never lie.
Exactly.
Theo Vaughn, I don't know.
What did he do? He had Zen. Oh, there was a Zen ad. He had Tucker on.
Did we talk about Tucker on there yet? No.
I think we have not yet. So I didn't watch a whole lot of it. I just got to the part where Tucker was like, Zen is incredible. It's one of the best things you could ever have. I mean, I love Zen.
Well, what was weird is, so I saw the first Zen thing and I thought, okay, it was just Tucker being weird. You know, Tucker is a little zany at times, a little zenny at times. And so that's what I thought it was. And then he brought it up again. So I was like, he must have like an ad deal. Just like bring it up on this fucking hillbilly show.
Yeah.
And we'll pay you however much, right? But then at the end, he thanked Theo for buying him because he's like, normally I do the 6s. These are 3s. So Theo bought him the Zen.
As a gift.
But then Theo was acting weird like he was doing an ad deal or something. Because Theo's like, I don't know if I want to do that. You want people to get addicted. That's what he said.
Yeah.
So I thought like Tucker was doing an ad the whole time until he said Theo bought it for him.
Interesting. So maybe that was their final thing. Like, at the end, I'm going to thank you for buying it so they don't think this was like an ad.
It's just a joint ad deal?
Yeah. Zen your dick off, zen your nuts.
I don't think it makes you more focused. But maybe, I don't know. I put one in before the show.
Do you feel more focused?
I feel more focused than normal, yeah.
Okay. So I guess we have settled it. It works. Is it better than Uhuru? What's the other one you got? On.
Zen is better than On. On feels like it's like leaking chemicals into your gums. It feels
you can taste it with On. But the Zen, not so much.
No, it's a better product.
I had a Zen like 4 years ago, one of yours, I believe, if not Nelson's, and I felt like my dick was gonna fall off, or like I was gonna die. Like I was buzzing insanity. I think you had one of the higher, 6 milligrams or something.
Look, I love it. I think it's a powerful focuser. I think it's a powerful mood enhancer, libido, sexual, helps you for gooning. The name of the show, people.
Yeah. It's a powerful goon enhancer.
Yeah.
You can focus on all your goon monitors. The milligrams is tied to how many monitors you have.
I wonder if that should probably be how we break in the new show title or whatever you want to call it, the new show, is we should go through that subreddit and just look at all the goon caves.
Okay, we can't do it with the video on because people like literally post videos of themselves masturbating.
Oh,
it's crazy. It's honestly like a horrifying subreddit.
Which, by the way, our Goontopia is already a subreddit.
What?
Yeah.
How many subs?
I don't know. We could look.
Yeah, I'll check it out here. Check it out now. Well, I should probably do it on here. Do it. Wet it.
We could do private browser. Oh, you are.
Well, I hope Goontopia is not like a porn one.
No, it is. It's like Gooner Fuel. I play this Secret Agent Man game on DOS. I talk about it all the time. This old DOS game.
Oh, you're right.
980 members.
What is that?
Yeah, what is the logo? Mid Schumer's Night. Whoa! Oh, it took you back to the homepage. I thought somebody was posting Lemon Party. It was like infiltrated.
Hey, Goontards. Ever check out Lemon Party?
That's hilarious.
I don't know. We can
Mid Schumer's Night Dream. That's a pretty good episode title.
Maybe we can buy that subreddit from the owners or something to co-opt it. By the way, yeah, follow me on Reddit.
Or we just start posting in it.
True, we take it over that way.
Ban us.
We have to gain their trust and become a moderator, and then we can overthrow the king.
I have a perfect thing. I'll have GPT write like how much of a filthy dog I am. How much I just literally need to goon 24/7.
Hey yo, I'm your number one gooner. I can goon left, goon right, goon up, goon down. That's like GPT's writing.
You know, you think about how crazy gooning actually is, like just masturbating all day forever.
I know.
But then you think about like. Dude, think about like Reddit porn. Like Reddit, Reddit porn wasn't even a thing until I just wasn't on Reddit until I was like in college.
Yeah.
And then I was on it for a couple of years and now I'm never on it.
Mm-hmm.
But porn was like, I remember like on the PSP having to download like, 12 images that I would later delete just in case somebody else got their hands on the PSP.
Right.
And then I'd have my little bank delete it. Now you just go on Reddit and you go scroll. Goon scrolling? Do people call it that?
Stop goon scrolling.
Yeah.
Learn to edge today.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I always thought that if you had an erection I don't know where I heard this from, but somebody said if you had an erection for more than 4 hours, you would have to go to the hospital. And so from that point on.
That's with just Viagra though. You just.
Doesn't matter. As a kid, when I heard that, I was like, just to play it extra safe, I would never want to go more than like 30 minutes or something. I don't want to accidentally
get close.
Yeah. So
to the edge.
The fact that people dedicate, and again, from this goon subreddit, people will have like a 2-bedroom apartment and they will dedicate one of the bedrooms and they'll put posters on the ceiling and everywhere, and then they'll post a picture of themselves naked with and they blur out their face, and they're always like fat and ugly.
Yeah.
And then I look at the comments, they're like, pretty awesome setup, and they're like, thanks, my girlfriend or wife, they support it, thankfully, which is like, I can't imagine.
That sounds awesome though.
Why does that sound awesome?
Well, because you get to have real sex and you get to beat off. It's best of both worlds.
I don't think so. I think a girl who allows that, it has to be like fat and disgusting.
Oh, for
too.
sure.
So
you'd have to be trans and married to somebody named very short Lisa.
Yeah. So if you ever want to scare, I know Halloween's over, go to the Goon Cave subreddit and look, and you'll be horrified.
We're Goontopia.
But we're Goontopia, so we're taking all those problems, we're fixing it. The Goontopia is going to be a paradise.
That's, I guess, something we never established. This isn't for regular gooning, folks. This is about the gooning of the mind. Yeah, really.
And we think of ourselves as like goons, like henchmen, goons. Like little rabble rousers, mid gooners night dream. There we go. Collaboration with Lemon Party right there on the spot. So we've got this very autistic. Yeah. What do you think of that, Ben? All right. Anyway. Do we want to talk about the Beatles' new song?
Yeah,
okay.
We should. So
I hope I don't get this taken down. I'm gonna have the.
Oh, you're not gonna be able to play it.
I'll scrub through the parts of the video once it gets down to it.
Okay.
But did you listen to the song?
I did listen to the song. I think I listened to it before you actually.
Probably. I was not wanting to listen to it. I didn't care.
So I haven't seen the music video though. That is something you have seen.
Yeah.
First, okay, the thumbnail for the music video is ridiculous. It's an aged George, I guess. Yeah. Or was that what he looked like when he died?
Yeah.
And then John, who they should have used the AI to make him look older because he looks out of place.
Yeah.
Like, why is he hanging out with these old has-beens?
He's at Thanksgiving with his in-laws.
Which John's my least favorite, but, well, I don't know. I mean, I could give a fuck about Ringo.
Yeah.
Which we're going to find as we discuss this Beatles song that we have probably a different view on it, but it's a little foreshadowing.
Okay. Do you want me to do the video first, or do you want to talk about the song?
Well, what were your initial thoughts when you heard about it? Maybe we'll do it through the step-by-step of it.
I want to make this very clear. As a kid, I loved the Beatles. They were the first band that I was obsessed with. I tried to make it to where I had one Beatles shirt. I had 7 Beatles shirts, so I had one for every single day of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I saw anything that had this font that you're looking at on your screen, I had to own it.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, I hated the Beatles anthology songs that they added because they made it seem like, oh, there's brand new Beatles songs.
Yeah. And so were you the first person to ever discover the Beatles? No, I'm just joking. I'm joking.
In my friend group, I was. And I had a friend who was just as obsessed as I was, but he was a little bit poorer than I was. But his family loved him more. So that's how we were always constantly competing. Anyway, Beatles Rock Band, first game I ever pre-ordered too. So
2009.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I hate this whole thing where it's like, oh, we found, because John was the first to go. So with the anthology, the other 3 were still alive.
Mm-hmm.
They found these John Lennon songs that were recorded, before his death. And they just let the other band members jump on it and add on to the music. And Real Love and Free as a Bird were good enough to where they could turn it into a song.
Mm-hmm.
This song they couldn't do, so they waited until audio engineering technology caught up to the current day.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it is. It's just a song that they were gonna latch on to the anthology and market it as the final Beatles songs.
Yeah.
I don't think it's the last Beatles song. They're gonna keep advancing this technology, and they're gonna keep doing this probably every 5 years or so.
Yeah, it'll go through the same cycle. I mean, we've been in a constant cycle with the Beatles for the last 15 years. I mean, it's always gone on, and the Beatles have always been pushed pretty hard by, and their marketing's smart. But that's sort of where people are duped, because I don't care as much about the angle that oh, this is ruining their legacy or something. I just...
See, I do. And I guess that's, I'm glad you brought that up, because I feel like their discography was already perfect, and it ended on such a great note. Than to have these dipshit demos that what if John had it on a tape and he was like, oh, I'm never going to revisit that song again because I hate it. But the other band members didn't know because they died. Mm-hmm. And now he's just sitting there down in hell oh man, this really does suck. But,
I see, but I think the thing, because you're bitching, well, not bitching, but your complaint is with the marketing, but it's it's that same marketing that tricked you into thinking the Beatles were some band that had the perfect discography and not oh, they just have 5.5 hours of perfect music, which, but there's 100 other artists. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know, the Kinks or something, if Village Green Society by the Kinks was pushed as hard.
Yeah.
Then when you went back, because everything else just sounds in relation to the Beatles, it's when you were a kid, the way you visualized it, and it was probably had to do with radio play, because you heard the Beatles 100 different songs.
Yeah.
But they were alone on the top of the mountain, and then the Beach Boys were one ledge down. At least in terms of how you thought they were in American music, the Beatles were number 1.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't care as much. I just think they shouldn't have released any music unless it's 100 times better than anything they've ever done.
Yeah, well, that's the other thing too.
The song's not good, and you said it when you texted me that it's just not even it's whiny.
Yeah,
kind of.
Yeah, it sounds bad, and it sounds like they were using digital audio engineering to fix it. There are times where you can hear it sounds like me editing early episodes of this podcast. And
or it's a note that doesn't sound like a real note because it's probably between the original sound and whatever they did to augment it.
Yeah.
So you can still hear that's
something being tampered with.
I feel like you can, at least.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And then I guess, I fully agree with what you said. It's if they're going to release a new Beatles song after they've been broken up and half of them are dead, it better be worth it. And it's in all 3 cases, you could argue that Real Love, that's probably the best post Beatles song.
Mm-hmm.
That one I would probably allow, but that's about it. The other 2, yeah, it better be a damn good song. It better be better than any other song, or at least they should think so before they release it. But no, it's just found this song. Well, we can use AI now to fix it. Here you go. So.
No, I loved the Beatles. I don't remember, I was probably 10 or something. I've probably told this story, but I had this book and it was like Contrary to Popular Belief or something like that. And they had like every page was like, George Washington didn't actually have wooden teeth or whatever the fuck, or he didn't actually chop down a cherry tree or apple tree or whatever the fuck, Johnny Appleseed. But then there's like every 100 pages, there's like a 4-page spread on one topic, and it was Strawberry Fields like backtracking at the end or whatever, the I Buried Paul.
Yeah.
So then I like looked them up and just like saw like just lyric videos on YouTube, with like just the shitty blue background and just the terrible white font on light blue.
And then it's like, as long as they put the text on the screen and it's like close enough to whatever they're trying to convince you it's saying, then you're like, oh my gosh, you listen to it backwards. And it's like,
I would like pause before that part. I would be like, I don't want to hear it, or I don't want to have to make sense of the unknown. Of what he's actually saying.
I remember doing that. I remember playing it like on my stereo into my Nintendo DSi, because you could record like 15-second sounds and play it backwards. So I'm like, I don't know if I can trust this YouTuber, so I'd do it that way. And I was all in on the Paul McCartney being dead thing. I was a huge conspirator of that.
I remember just the old HTML sites that I would go to and just like read about like all the proof of it.
And there is a lot of really strange coincidences that add up, and I don't know, unexplained stuff. Like, gosh, just to get into, I think the most famous one is the Abbey Road album cover. Like, Paul doesn't have shoes. He's holding his cigarette, I think, in his right hand, but he's left-handed. So that's like a clue to say like the guy in this picture is not actually Paul, and he's the only one with his eyes closed.
He's jerking off a guy with his right hand.
Yeah. In the Sgt. Pepper's booklet, he's jerking.
Okay, but then
off.
do you buy in when they later on were like, oh, we just kind of like started putting clues, or do you think it was all coincidences, or maybe you really believe it, but I doubt it.
I don't know. I think it could also be a clash between like British weirdisms with just how they, I don't know, design stuff, and like the Americans autistic, like this must mean something, like America's schizophrenia. I think they just clashed, and it was the perfect, that's
conspiracy. Like the Sgt. Pepper's cover with just all the different people. It's like, they were like half into stuff. Like John Lennon's the perfect example of somebody that was probably half in on his hippie bullshit ideas, but then, I don't know, he wasn't like an expert on that stuff just because they had Crowley on the cover or whatever.
Well, I think I will say what I believe more though than Paul being dead and replaced is that John Lennon was MK Ultra killed, because the guy who did it, he was on Larry King, almost said Larry Sting, that's him in the B movie. He interviewed the killer, and very strange background. He like lived in Hawaii, and just all of a sudden was like, yeah, I knew I was going to kill John Lennon, so I just moved to New York, and I met him once. And then I followed him home and like killed, and like he had no remorse for it. And I don't know, there's something, some people have written books about it, so people can go and do their own research, but that I fully believe, because this guy just came out of nowhere to kill him. But
I mean, they just killed everybody back then too, I feel like.
Yeah.
MLK, did they kill MLK? JFK.
Anyone with a K. So they must have messed up. The intern must have done John Lennon. They're like, no, has to be, what do you call it? Not an acronym. Initials that end in K. Is that okay? K? That's the guy. The new guy's name is K. So he was the next target. I'll show you how loony this dipshit music video is. It looks so fucking awful.
I remember Love too. Love had just come out, so that would have been like, what year was that? Do you know?
I think maybe like 2006 or something.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, because I was like 10, so that adds up.
My wife, she fell for that too. They had commercials on, and they added like different Beatles songs because they would combine multiple Beatles songs. And so she was like telling her parents, like, Mom, we got to get this album. Like the Beatles got back together to make a new album. And they were like, we already know it's not what you think it is. And
which I still love that. So I don't know. I think
that's a completely, sorry.
You love Love.
Well, I mean, to take what already exists and to make something better out of it versus this like cheap marketing shit. So yeah, it pans to this when they have nothing else to go to. They do the audio meter. John Lennon's little face. I'll speed it up. I mean, look at the glow around him. I mean, it's like I could have edited this video. Oh yeah. Fucking Nike pant Ringo.
I mean, Paul now, whenever he sings, he's just like a dog, like that's overheating.
Yeah,
he's
and
just
then
like shaking.
They try to get us with the slow motion. I'm speeding it up, but they do archival slow motion footage. Oh it's John. Oh, he died. Shut up.
John sucks.
Yeah. Yeah, this is not edited. This is both of them currently, and that looks like absolute crap. There's one thing, they insert this weird anime, like CG John Lennon. I'm waiting to at least get to that part. That looks like it's AI CG. This one, hate
it.
He goes crazy. And then they just do weird stuff like this. They just superimpose them. But I literally have seen like Breaking Bad memes that crop like Walter White in a video better than this music video. There are certain instances that...
Yeah, you got to fix the color first off.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks weird when it's like 70s shit on... Well, they tried to on John, but I mean, it's out of place.
It's like baby's first green screen. Yeah, this one is where it's really...
He's in like 360p and...
I know.
And Paul's in 1080.
Jerking off.
Yeah.
It makes no sense.
You can jack off.
Yeah, they love this one.
Paul just watching him. It's like he's not really there.
Yeah.
This is what Paul's actually seeing. I want to get back together with John. All right.
Well, John and I, what we did was we would jerk off in the same... Did you ever hear that thing?
Yeah.
I think in like one of his books he mentioned that, and somebody asked Ringo if that was true, because Paul was like, oh, the Beatles did it. Like Ringo's response was like...
Hell no.
I only do peace and love, peace and love.
Yeah,
I don't know what you're talking about. Peace and love. Like, just totally denied it. Like, what is this?
This is slop. This is slop for the masses.
Oh, it's pictures that are moving too. That's a cool little Photoshop trick that they all did. Ugh. Wow, it looks like they're moving because part of their like upper part of their face is morphing a little bit. Wow, looks like a moving picture.
What do you think about the idea that there's some little you? There's some little you out there that just learn about the Beatles because of this crap, and there's someday going to be, as...
I know. I don't know. Hopefully they grow up and realize, like, yeah, that was really cringy. Because I was super into Free as a Bird.
I could have fell for this if I was 10 years old right now. I'd be like, fuck yeah, this is... Oh, dude, this is the craziest part. I don't know how crazy this really is, but I haven't listened to the Beatles in like probably 2 or 3 years. You remember I made that, like I ranked their songs like 3 years ago. I go through really all of my favorite artists. They go through certain cycles. You know what I mean? There's a John Mouse period every year.
Yeah.
There's a Beatles thing every 3 years. And it was so crazy. I just go, play the Beatles. First I said play Strawberry Fields, and Siri wasn't hearing me. I was driving, and I was like, just play the Beatles. And that song started, and I go, what is this like post-Beatles crap? But like, isn't that so weird? On the day that song came out, I had no idea.
Yeah,
I was like, I'm just going to listen to the Beatles.
You knew it was this new song came out? Or
yeah, it came, like, literally the day this song came out, I wanted to listen to the Beatles, and it was just random.
And it played
after like
the
3
newest.
years, and it played the newest song, and I go, what is this crap? And I just hit next.
Dang, that's crazy. That's really a testament to how
I thought it was like
bad
some
is.
like new Paul McCartney thing, and I was like, no.
Wow, that's crazy.
I literally landed randomly on this song. Didn't know it wasn't. This isn't Beatles.
But you could just tell, based off it.
Oh yeah. His name's John.
I actually watched a lot of Howard Stern interviews. I've been going through his catalog, and I'm a Howard Stern fan. I kind of always have been, or at least respected him. But I was also curious too before. I was wondering about the logistics or the ethics of this, if John would have actually liked it. And I was watching a lot of Dick Cavett's show. Unfortunately, nothing interesting to report because they were all still friends after they broke up, and they'd even like jam together too. And they all had the same position on the band getting back together, which was if they felt like they could all make an album, then they would get back together to play the album and record it. But if not, then no. But they stayed on good terms, which is good to hear. I do kind of get why people think Paul's the best, because he kind of was. He seemed to be like the most normal person, and I don't know. Again, same thing with like Adam Friedland. You know how he's always he throws his guests through the ringer. So I respect when someone goes on like Howard Stern, because they get thrown through the ringer. Because Howard, he's really, I got to hand it to him. Very impressive how he's able to extract information from people in the most innocuous ways. So I don't know. We got to hear about his sex life, and only Howard could do that, baby. Only Howard, baby. So. I actually did watch Austin Powers over the weekend too, the second one.
And almost, people say it gets progressively worse. Like one's the best, two's the second, third's the worst.
Yeah.
I think 2 is a lot closer to 1 than some people, but I still think 1's the best because it's just the straight parody of the genre.
And I think it's also because they literally like reuse the same template for the sequels. So it's like there's always a joke about like Dr. Evil's like spacecraft that's either in the third one it's shaped like boobs and the second one it's shaped like a penis. And they they literally have 2 separate sequences where it's like that looks like a giant dick, pay attention in class. Sorry, I was distracted by this thing with the shaft. And
yeah, they take everything to the next level in the second one.
But they literally just rehash that joke later in the movie, thinking that we had forgotten. It is weird because watching that, I was like, it's so crazy how, this is like dog shit garbage, but it is so funny. I don't know what about it. Maybe just the nostalgia factor.
I think it moves pretty fast too because it's not like a super long movie. So I feel like it punches you with... It's like even the peeing joke that the original movie opens with, you know? It's like, you got to think that's kind of funny. Like, what, you're so above that, you can't think that's funny. But I don't know, because then there's other movies like that, and I hate them. So is it just because I saw Austin Powers when I was a kid?
Maybe, I think, maybe it's because Austin Powers, it's always in that, like, so stupid that it's funny. You know, there's never a moment where they try to be... No, but
there's like Sandler movies like that. There's all of the garbage stuff that came out when we were like 10 to 15, like the, I don't know, just Jonah Hill kind of stuff. All that stuff sucked.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe it's just, again, the whimsical Brit, you know, whenever that's thrown in, the American mind just goes with it. They're more likely to go along for the ride or something.
No, Austin Powers' accent has a hold on us.
So, yeah.
As a nation.
Austin Powers' accent. Have you seen this? I had this reintroduced into my life. The Thumb movies. Did you ever know about these? I would see these at Blockbuster.
Yeah, I hated this shit, but go on.
Oh, you did? Okay. I watched a few of them for the first time in my life.
I hated stuff that was like gimmicky. Gimmicky, like from the jump. You know what I mean? Like, it's going to be thumbs.
Yes. There's no arguing there. This is just entirely...
Okay, let's go ahead.
Stupid, but this is the guy who made Jimmy Neutron. Steve Odekirk, not Odenkirk.
I did know that he made this. He made this? Okay.
Look at the loot.
Oh, that is a lot of loot.
Let's split the loot.
Great. Because
what else did you say made? He made Kung Pao.
Yeah, he did. He made Kung Pao.
You haven't seen Kung Pao?
I have.
You have seen Kung Pao. It's not that funny. Have you rewatched it?
No, I haven't.
When I was a kid, I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
But then that one didn't age well. But Austin Powers...
stood the test of time.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing the DVD boxes for these at Blockbuster all the time and just like wondering what they were. And a friend of mine, he had like the box set of all the Thumb movies. And so we watched a few of them. And I mean,
how many were there?
There's like 4 of them. So there's Thumbtanic, the Blair Witch Thumb, Bat Thumb. Then there's a Star Wars Thumb one. And I think the God Thumb, and then I think one more that I might be missing. So
maybe I could get behind these movies. And you know what's crazy? I can tell that's Steve Odekirk's mouth.
Yeah.
Because he played Kung Pao in the movie, and that's like just how his teeth are on the bottom. So
I remember the trick they would do. I think they did it in SpongeBob, but it's like they'd record someone's mouth.
Oh yeah.
Or they would record someone's mouth, and then they would have the camera upside down, and they'd put eyeballs on the chin. That always freaked me out or disoriented me as a kid. But it was like it was a cool thing.
Like also weird that SpongeBob would do like the hyper realistic or whatever. You know what I mean? Sometimes.
Yeah. But that's one of my favorite things about SpongeBob, because there are moments like that in my life where I will go into that like SpongeBob. Someone will say something or they'll show me something, and it's like my brain will go into that hyper realistic mode to analyze something. But oh my gosh.
Yeah, his eyebrows too.
Yeah.
We should watch the Kung Pao trailer after this.
Okay, yeah, I'll pull that up.
It's the last thing we have. We're going to save Riff Raff for another week.
Okay.
Although, maybe we can go out on Riff Raff. Never mind. I changed my mind. We'll watch this and then Riff Raff. Thanks for being here, everybody.
In a land of mysterious beauty. In a time
Red Bar's live right now.
Oh, yes?
Yeah, doing another show.
In a place.
Good.
It's our weekly Red Bar drop. We decided this is the easiest way to get on Red Bar. Oh, they want to be on Red Bar. They said that on their show. Yes. Okay, sorry.
First butt.
Oh, yeah.
Now, after a lifetime of training.
Dude, this is that Joshua super baby that I was telling you about.
I don't know. The chosen one has returned.
If you truly are the chosen one, then you must bear the sacred mark.
Oh, wow.
To deliver
Tongue tanning.
the people from the forces of darkness. And to check out the hotties.
Be not concerned of her shyness, for it will pass. There you go.
20th Century Fox invites you.
I don't even know what to say.
I don't either.
Oh, man.
I actually work with someone who looks like Steve Odekirk. I haven't seen him not as a thumb before.
The passion.
You are the chosen one. One
Oh, yeah,
day,
she has one
all will
boob.
be revealed
Oh my
to you.
gosh.
And there's also a cow. They definitely going to show the cow in this trailer. Yep. On cue.
Utter madness.
Yeah, utter madness.
Oh, of course.
Bro.
Wow. That is a
That movie was
time
awesome.
capsule right there. Holy crap.
My friends and I really liked that movie, and then I tried to watch it probably like 5 or 6 years ago. I don't know. At some point after I was 18,
Uh-huh.
and I was like, this does not hold up. It's just so slow and like the cow thing is so bad.
Yeah. Well, even some of the thumb movies, they're only like 30 minutes long, but even those start to drag a little bit. But gosh, that's crazy. Okay, we want to get into Dick Yachty, little Riff Raff.
Yeah. Riff Raff. He has this truck song, and it kind of resonates with me. This is better than playing acoustic guitar out in the fucking woods. Who's that guy? Damn it, dude. I'm not good with names.
John Oliver.
I'm not good with names. Dave Portnoy and Adam Friedland show. I'm not good with names.
Oliver Anthony. His full name is John Oliver Anthony Cumia.
So Riff Raff's working with $1 Million Extreme. He's going to be on MD
Good.
World Peace 2. He's the second to last music act or the final.
Mm-hmm. Something
act.
like that. All right, so
It's
I just
actually a pretty good lyric.
I just listened to
Who's this idiot, by the way? Bradley Martin.
Raw Talk.
He's always in my Instagram.
Should we take a look and find out?
Yeah.
Friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like every time
Wow.
you travel.
Friends. Yeah.
Damn.
I like to travel with people.
That's wild.
I don't like to, unless I'm on like a vacation, like a solo.
I ain't giving
plane,
up
it's
my
mental.
truck.
That's when you don't have the whole crew.
Whenever he said about drinking and
When-
driving.
He was like,
I get you.
I
Does
I
everyone have,
no
like, a
longer drink when I'm driving. I don't know.
So the thing with Riff Raff is people don't know. He seems to be sincere, but he's like simple. I don't know.
Yeah, like almost kind of like Mac DeMarco in a way.
Some way.
Or like a crazier version of him. I mean, Mac DeMarco is like the craziest Canadian person. So this is just like an
I
American.
just love that he fucking cuts a arrow into his facial hair.
Yeah, like a lightning bolt.
My buddy was actually like a guard for you sometime. I think we were trying to connect like years ago.
A
You
guard?
know Kane?
This is what you sent me. This one was pretty funny. He does remind me of the Spring Breakers James Franco.
Christ, I never did this before.
Oh yeah, any references?
Mm-hmm.
It's a gummy bear in my throat. It's large, so you might have some difficulties hearing me. Is it okay if I sit like this? It's okay. It's called the Chinese praying mantis.
It's like Theo Vaughn and fucking fuck. I just had it. Fuck. Who was it? Hang on, we'll keep watching.
He also has like the same like physiognomy as a PFT commenter from Barstool who also has long hair. He has like the same skull. He has a lyric in one of his songs, maybe fried okra.
So that's like a reoccurring
theme for him.
Dip that,
He like
and then you want to steam fry that. Okay, you taking notes? Write that down, Emily.
Yeah, he's like Xavier and Theo Vaughn combined.
Or should I fire her? Should I hire your manager and then fire him for hiring her?
I think he has a Bart Simpson tattoo. I don't know if he has it here. Oh yeah, it's above his left tit. Our right tit, his left tit.
What a character. So, oh yeah, I see the Bart now. A very tall Bart. I might have to check out some of his music or at least read his
The extremes of the conspiracy. It's not conspiracy, but is that like he's just a pure irony? Like he's created this character. But no, I think he's just the most sincere person, I think.
Yeah, he's like no, you know who?
It's like they're.
Fuck did I do?
It's like we, it's the most base level thing of like I want women and money and cool cars.
Uh-huh.
And you never think like, oh, if somebody's that dumb, they don't just get that. Because then those are people that don't think about, long-term planning. But he just decided that that's what he was going to do.
Mm-hmm. He's like what Oliver, I think his name's Oliver Tree. Oliver Tree is like a way shittier version of Riff Raff. He's like Ethan Klein and Riff Raff combined.
Wow.
So it's good to see someone like Riff Raff existing and not being a total fat. He seems like a guy who just, I don't know, does what he does, and you just are there for the ride, which I feel like puts him in the perfect spot to be a part of $1 Million Extreme and world peace and stuff.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
So
and Three Loco. And one of our dream guests, now Riff Raff, is on that list.
Yeah.
Andy Milanakis. Come on the show.
That would be awesome. Andy,
for 5 minutes and just play some bullshit game and ignore us the whole time. I don't care.
Can you do the Super Bowl is gay song? Can you perform that song live for us? That's my
awesome.
favorite. Okay.
Plato's game.
Hell yeah. Another dream guest of ours.
Plato's.
The debate ended, so I kind of wanted to scroll through and see if there were any highlights. We can't watch Nick Fuentes watching a highlight. We can't react to Nick reacting.
Mm-hmm.
Something was up here, though. Let's see what this is.
Let's make your case. Why should you be the nominee and not the former president?
I think there's something deeper going on in the Republican Party here, and I am upset about what happened last night. We've become a part.
This guy,
I want to hear what he says.
Cancer to the Republican establishment. Let's speak the truth. I mean, since Ronna McDaniel took over as chairwoman of the RNC in 2017, we have lost 2018, 2020, 2022, no red wave that never came. We got trounced last night.
Okay, I don't care. You should have just kept talking. I should have trusted your judgment.
It's okay, because he never messes up is the thing. I want to see Ron DeSantis. And
he's so
his,
scripted, it's gross. He's just as bad as DeSantis.
Yeah, but he says the things that everyone likes, so people love him.
Lame.
So no. Oh, here we go. Republican.
Ramaswamy. What does that even mean?
Sakyamami. So what I want to do is give everyone a girlfriend. Everyone is just sucking this guy off.
Ew.
Cool. What the hell was that? Let's just type in DeSantis on Twitter. We got to get something. Unless he didn't appear. I mean, are they going to address his high heels that he's wearing? Yeah, see, that's what I mean. It's like everyone loves him because he says the right thing. So there you go. He's stealing from Trump, doing the nicknames, which again, I'm so disappointed that Trump is not at the debates. Here we go.
I'm hoping he shows up once it gets, because when's the first primary next year?
From now.
I think so.
Next August or when? Trouble. Earlier than that, right?
Yeah,
February?
I have no clue.
And the elites that have put us here, they don't care about you. They don't care that you're having to grapple with higher grocery prices or have higher gas prices. They don't care that your family's less secure because of the open border that's allowed drugs and even terrorists to come into this country. Well, I care. I am not going to sit idly by and let this country continue. Family actions speak louder than words.
Okay, he's saying
he's
nothing.
all words.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? DeSantis, he's gonna have to stick around the longest, but maybe we'll get a 1v1 when it's down to just them.
Oh shit. Yeah.
Nice.
Ron and Trump.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we'll see where, because everyone is pushing this guy.
Well, what do we think about RFK's independent? We talked about this last week, didn't we?
Oh yeah.
Is he gonna ruin it for Trump?
He might. I don't know. I feel like I don't know how popular he is, you know?
I think he's getting like 11% in one
he
poll.
is?
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good. I like him.
I think he could fuck it up though.
I think he's bringing over more Biden supporters though, who would be Biden supporters than would be Trump supporters.
I think it's Trump people. Surveys are showing, but those could all be lies.
Well, that could also make sense because I guess his big thing was the vaccine stuff, and I could see a lot of like Democrats not wanting to cave on something like that. So I think you're right on there. Yeah. Okay. So this debate sucked. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The Clippers have not clipped yet, so get them a basketball instead of a video to clip. Look at him. He appeared like, when you going to talk about me?
Wait, did it just start though? When did it start?
It started at 7.
Oh, okay.
So it'd been going on for quite some time.
So nothing good is coming out of it because it should have filled the timeline.
Dude, you're literally wearing high heels.
What are you doing?
You're
making a fool of yourself.
He just so looks like he does not want to be there. He's jacking off underneath the podium. Not really.
He looks like
a Steve Carell
Blockbuster
DVD, where you're like, that guy is sad. And then Nikki Haley with her freaking crony crook nose.
He kind of looks like Howdy Doody. No, that's not who I think. I'm not thinking of Howdy. We'll pull up Howdy Doody. But
Okay.
Let's just see if there's any resemblance. I do this a lot where I think I see Bill Gates in public and I don't.
Okay. You kind of. This one is definitely.
But Howdy Doody's smiling.
Yeah, he's like.
So look up DeSantis smiling. We'll see. Howdy Doody.
Ron DeSantis.
Put in Ron DeSantis Howdy Doody and see if anybody else has done the work for us. Oh my God. Okay, no, but I love this Mickey Mouse one. I'm on the right.
They tried on the right. Oh.
Owned. DeSantis.
There we go.
DeSantis.
There you have it, folks. Ron DeSantis, Mickey Mouse.
Can you put that in the? You got to put that in the thumbnail. That face.
This is going to be our YouTube.
Click on it because you can probably get a higher.
Yeah. Open image in new tab.
No, open the video though. I was really tricked. I really thought that was him.
I know. You just have to believe us, folks. This is literally Ron to suck dick. So, Ron to faggot. Ron to faggot. Okay. We're on the Trump impression. That means it's time to go. As Bill Burr says, yeah, dude, when the newsy cap comes on, that means it's time to go.
Okay. So, bye.